Well, welcome to this drawing session. Thanks for joining me. I'm Adam Kelly. I'm an animator. I do the Gogo Brothers show, if you guys know about that. And basically, today we're just going to have some fun. We're going to spin some wheels, and I'm going to show you how to draw whatever we come up with. Hopefully, you all have a paper, pencil. Basically, what we're going to do, have your first paper ready. As we spin the wheel, we're going to spin the wheel a total of 3 times for each drawing. Hopefully, we'll have enough time to do 2 drawings today. After I spin it, I'm gonna change it to my paper cam, and we're gonna write down what the first adjective is. As you can see, it's sort of on old. So we'll kind of all go through that so that we can all keep track of what we're actually drawing. I'm going to try to take my time as slowly as possible. Definitely when we're done with each drawing, I want to see what you guys all create. The main thing is just you can follow along with what I'm doing, but the name of the game is imagination. You really can take and do whatever you want to do. You're the artist. I'm your fan. I'm just here to hopefully guide you in a certain way. So don't worry if you mess up. Art is messy. You're going to learn that life is messy, just like art, but that's what makes it beautiful. So we're just going to go for it, okay? All right, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to spin this for one of the adjectives and see what we come up with. Tiny. All right, so I'm going to, on my piece of paper, I'm going to write tiny. T I N Y. We'll leave a comma. Tiny cold what? Let's see. C-O-L-D. Tiny cold. All right, so we'll spin it now and we'll find out what actually we're going to draw. Put this there. A witch. Okay, a tiny cold witch. Tiny cold witch. All right, so I'm going to start this. If you get behind, don't worry, we'll come back. I'll try to take as slow as time as I can, and hopefully you guys can put a little bit of creativity into whatever you're doing, change it up a little bit from what I'm doing, and I can't wait to see what you guys all come up with. The first thing that I like to do with a witch is I like to do a face. I always like to start with the bottom of their chin. So we're going to make a V, sort of like that. I like to give her a long nose, so I'm going to do a sideways V, sort of like that. All right. We'll put her nostril. I'm going to finish her head. I'm going to take the line from about right here, and I'm going to bring it up just a little bit, like that. I'm going to draw her ear. This is a backwards C. Okay. And we're going to do another, the inner part of her ear. It's another tinier C. I'm going to draw a little bit of her hair here. This is going to be like a bunch of little V's, back and forth, like that. All right. I'm going to do the bottom, well, I guess it's the bottom of her, top of her hat. So I'm going to start about here, a little bit away from the face, if you can see that. I guess I should turn my light on. There we go. About that. Start about here, and we're going to go about this far. So, all right. I'm going to finish connecting her hair to that top. And I'm going to make kind of a bunch of weird squiggle lines, sort of like that. I'm going to bring them all down. Just kind of fill it in. Nice tiny squiggles. Kind of darken it in if you want to do that. And do the other side of her hair. These are going to be a little bit tinier, I'm thinking. All right. Everybody still with me? Thumbs up. Yeah. You're seeing? Still good? Okay. Good. Good. Excellent. And finish her hat. Just bring it up a little bit. And go from here to here. And here's the easy part of her hat. It's going to be an upside down V. But I'm actually, instead of the V, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to kind of go out, make a little side thing like that, and we'll bring it in just a tiny bit. I'm going to start a little bit above this line and just go. All right, now she's cold. All right, so I'm going to give her eyes are going to kind of be like she's freezing. So I'm going to do tiny little dots like this. And then I'm going to give her little lines right by her eyes. She's like, oh, I'm freezing. And then her mouth, a nice circle like that. And imagine, she's a witch. Maybe her teeth aren't that great. So I'm going to do a little white line like that. I'm going to fill in the rest of it. All right. And a couple of little lines around her mouth. Maybe she's going, ooh. Okay. Now she's freezing. I'm going to start making her arms. So about right here, a little bit of a ways from her face, we're just going to make a swoop like that. Sort of like a weird sideways S, I guess. We're going to do another swoop about almost to the bottom, but not quite. We'll start right about here. We're going to go about this far. That's a little bit easier to see. So here, we're going to go about here. We're going to do another little. From right here, we're going to go midway like that. We're going to add another little line right here. So I'm putting her arms together like she's freezing. So I'm going to add, maybe she's wearing like a parka, a nice winter coat. So I'm going to add these two lines like this. So this is maybe the top of her jacket. I'm going to connect her neck. So I'm going to make two lines right here. Like that. Connect them with a hump. And then right at the bottom of this hump, I'm going to bring it over and meet this line. Same thing over here. Next thing is the middle. It's right down the middle, like that. Down to this area a little bit. Okay. I'm going to make one line that goes out to the left like this, and a line that goes out to the right like that. And then I'm going to make a couple of C's right here. That. We're going to do backwards C's over here. All right, and once you have that, I'm going to do a kind of a wider hump. I'm going to give her a couple circles for buttons. I'll make a couple lines for her nice coat. Add a little bit of her witchy dress at the bottom here. This is kind of easy. I'm going to bring one line down like this on each side. Then we're going to connect them by going up and down, up and down, up and down, like a bunch of little V's. Sound effects always makes it better. All right, now for her feet. I imagine she's cold because she only has a jacket and she's just got bare legs and just tiny shoes. So we bring 4 lines down like this. All right. And we're going to do a line at the bottom that goes past each just a tiny bit. That's way too much. And on each side, right above this line, we're going to bring things down like this. All right. I'm going to give her nice pointy shoes. Down and then up. Down and then up. Almost like an elf, I guess. And then we're going to bring it down like that. Almost like you're making a sharp tooth. And then right about here on each foot, almost like you're drawing a little staple or something. All right. And then all you got to do is connect the lines. Like this, and around. All right. And you can add little details if you want. Add some lines. Finish. A few things behind here. You can add shading in certain parts, like maybe behind her neck. Now to really make it seem like she's cold, I'm going to add a couple of little action lines, like maybe around her arms where she's shaking. Maybe her head's shaking too. And also to really set the scene, maybe it's cold because it's snowing, so you can make a whole bunch of little snow lines. Okay. And tiny. Okay, I always forget the adjectives, the tiny. So to make her tiny, let's say she's like, you guys have ever seen the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? We're going to make the world around her big. So imagine big pieces of grass, maybe. So you can go up and down like bees. Kind of see that. And you would color that green. Whatever you want to color it. All right. Everybody good? Thumbs up. Does anybody want to show their drawing? Spotlight video. Oh, awesome. All right. Good to see you guys. I love it. Whoa, look at that. You got like mountains behind your witch. You come a little closer to the camera, sweetie? All right. Ah, I love it. All right, so there you have it, a tiny, cold witch. You guys want to move on to the next one? Do it again? Yeah, all right. Good old Wheel of Fortune here. Let's see what I can come up with. Right about there. Give it a spin. Cold, we just did cold. Let's do something else. I'll spin over there. Powerful, that's a good one, powerful. Okay, so I'm gonna go on my paper here. At the top of the paper, I'm gonna write powerful. P O W E R F U L. Powerful. Put a little comma afterwards. So we got powerful. All right, spin the wheel again. Here we go. Wild. That's a good one. All right. Wow. W-I-L-D. Powerful, wild. All right. Powerful, wild. What do I have? All right. Monkey. We'll go with that. Monkey. Powerful, wild monkey. I'm feeling more like a monkey today than a scientist. All right. M-O-N-K-E-Y. All right. Powerful wild monkey. All right. So again, try to start. I'm going to start with his head. So try to start at the top of the paper this time. So make sure you guys have enough room. And we'll go from there. All right. So I'm imagining this monkey, he's got crazy eyes since he's wild. So I'm going to start 2 circles like this. You'll see that. Okay. I'm going to give a bunch of little V's, crazy wild V's around his eyes. 2 upside down C's. And his nose, I think monkeys have noses sort of like this, like little pieces of rice. I'll do a couple lines like that. For his eyes, I'm gonna give him dark circles in between and put little lines around his eyes. And he's wild, so I'm imagining he's gotta have crazy teeth. So, sort of a line like that. I'm gonna make a line down like that. To the opposite. I'm just gonna connect them. And I think we'll just do crazy teeth like this. A little bit of the sides of his mouth, just little hooks around the side. To go back to about the top of his head. So right about here, we're just gonna go up and give him hair up to the middle, like that. Kind of add little pieces of hair. Let's start at the beginning of his ears on each side. My favorite upside down C's. I'm gonna kind of connect like that. And do the inner workings of his ear. Bring a little bit of his eye hair around. Do a little bit of the hair around his ears. Back and forth, back and forth. My monkey looks nervous here. Okay. So the hair around. We'll do his chin, give him a nice hairy chin. And now if he's powerful, I'm imagining he's got really beefy arms. So we're gonna keep going with the hair motif, kind of like a curve on each side. So you got a hump and then an upside down hump. We're just gonna do it again, but kind of bring it. I'll do this side too. All right. This is upper. Do the lower part of his arms. All right. Give you guys a second. Now, once you get to the top of his lower arms here, you can kind of close that with more air. Maybe this monkey is holding a big weight or something. So I'm gonna start doing his fingers and his thumb. So I'm gonna do a little thing like that. Well, I did it the wrong way, but you know, it's art. It can be however it needs to be. I'm gonna connect from this arm to this arm. He's got a big, heavy weight. Boom. Running out of a little space. And to the ends of his weights. A little bit of details. Okay, so we're getting somewhere finally. Now, for his lower body, I'm actually going to go smaller and come in a little bit here, so that it really accentuates the fact that he's powerful. So I'm going to go in like this. All right. Do some muscles here. Let's start doing his legs. Again, sticking with that hairy arm. Do hairy legs now. Each side. Let's start about midway here. I'm going to go right about to the middle. Almost to his butt. All right. Do 2 lines about like that. He's got tiny legs, big arms, tiny legs. And you can close his feet off like this. We'll give him big monkey feet, I guess. A little line like that. Do his toes.
I ran out of space for its feet.
Okay, that's all right. His feet are kind of weird here. Okay. Toes and the feet. All right. Last thing we'll do is the tail. All right. The last thing we'll do here, here's our powerful wild monkey. Add a little bit of action lines, like he's struggling to keep this weight up. All right. We can give him more beefy muscles. So you want little lines like this. All right. Give him a little belly button too. Why not? And we can add the line for where he's at. There's 4 in there. You have a powerful monkey. Does anybody want to show what they have? Raise your hand or anything. I'll try to get through you. Kind of goes as I see, okay? Woo! I like the shading on the feet. Love it. Whoa! That is totally a wild, crazy monkey. Love it. Let's see what you got. Whoa, is that like a mohawk? Whoa, that's great. All right, guys. Thanks for coming to this. Hopefully we'll do it again every week around the same time. If you have any questions afterwards or anything, just let me know. All right. But for now, we'll say bye. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, you guys are very welcome.
Bye.
Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Bye.
You're very welcome. Listen to your parents. All right.
Bye.